J.K. Rowling is saved by the Scottish police after the hard left leaked her home address to the public. Right, this battle between J.K. Rowling and the woke liberal left continues. You've already heard probably yesterday when she had to deal with a new problem because some of the protesters, apparently three so-called actors, went in front of her house to protest, as usual. You know why? Because J.K. Rowling believes that women are women. And apparently that is too controversial. Essentially, there were three actors who went in front of her house and they took a picture and they revealed her exact home address. I think we've discovered who these three actors are. We have... It's not them. It's not Hermione, Harry, or Ron. But in reality, what we had is J.K. Rowling herself tweeted saying that last Friday, this is actually the event happened a few days ago, my home address was posted on Twitter by three activist actors. That's the best way to say activist actors who took pictures of themselves in front of our house, carefully positioning themselves to ensure that our address was visible. Then obviously she had to thank Twitter support, but also Police Scotland for their support and assistance. Essentially, they had to take action very quickly. Both Twitter, for once, and the police in Scotland decided to obviously handle the situation very quickly. For example, we have the three names. At the top, you can see the Twitter handles. All three accounts have now been removed by Twitter. And because, again, when you're tweeting photos of someone's home address for a certain reason, for intimidation, then of course even the woke Twitter will stand up against weirdos. And the police in Scotland of course also made sure that the investigation is standby in case if things escalate. And the thing is, people keep joking about this current situation with J.K. Rowling. It could escalate very quickly and very badly any moment. You've seen how it happens, and we've seen incidents like this in America. It could easily happen here too, and it has happened certain times with certain areas. So that is absolutely clear. She then says that she's now been receiving more threats in terms of about her life, and she said that she has to deal with that. But the main point that she's not going to give up. She addressed the weirdos, the hard left activists, saying that the best way to prove that your movement isn't a threat to women is to simply stop stalking, maybe, and harassing and threatening. And it's kind of common sense, you would think, but no, these idiots do not understand. But to clarify and to always mention this point, we stand with J.K. Rowling. And the thing is, we have to be objective because it's not really about politics. Politically speaking, I completely disagree with a lot of things that J.K. Rowling says. She's anti-Brexit. She's very, very liberal and all the usual stuff. But it's not really about that. This is not about being tribal, because you'll always find someone, even someone that you generally agree with. There will be certain things that they say you disagree with. Even me. Some of you always say, "Oh, we generally like the channel," but sometimes when you say something we don't really support fully. But sometimes, "Oh, this is absolutely amazing, spot on." So let's not completely not defend J.K. Rowling just because she doesn't like Brexit, for example. This debate is a different debate, and this is actually a bigger battle that we are currently facing on a cultural level. And this channel will continue to expose the hypocrisy of the hard left. Subscribe to the channel, click on the bell next to it, and don't make sure to go on myotc.co.uk. We have a very interesting discussion today between me and Benjamin Loughnane about the upcoming conference that we're going to have in London, Counter Conference. It's going to be huge. 8th of December at the O2 Arena. We're going to have a number of big guests. This is basically to bring the political right together. We got Nigel Farage, we got Lawrence Fox, we got Tousi. We've got a number of big guests obviously coming. Benjamin Loughnane himself is going to be there as well. And of course Jason Miller, the CEO of Getter. The whole thing's organized and sponsored by the social media app Getter. It is actually pretty good. If you haven't downloaded it, I'm going to put the link in the description so you could actually check it out. And if you want to also follow me on Getter, you could find my details on this. There we go, Maya_Tousi. Just definitely download the app, book your tickets to the conference, subscribe to the channel. I'm Maya Tousi, and we are the media.